All right, welcome, Anna Hughes. Thank you for being here today, and thank you for being here for the inaugural Nielsen Vaughan Meet the Consultant, Learn About Our Projects video series.
Thank you for having me today,
Yeah,
Neil.
you are very welcome. I know we talked about a few different questions I was going to ask you, but I have a curveball for you before I do. Any hidden talents you have, Anna, that nobody knows about?
Very few people know that I have played both the ukulele and the washboard in a bluegrass band. Not many
Okay.
people knew that.
All right. Now we know the soundtrack for our next morale get together with the team. So thank you. I didn't know you
Absolutely.
played the
You're
ukulele.
welcome.
Um, awesome. Anna, we're going to keep it short and sweet. Tell us about you. Tell us about the project you're working on.
Yeah. So I have been doing a combination of product marketing. I've done product management, most recently working on research and insights. For a number of big companies around town. Most recently, before engaging with Nielsen Vaughan, I was working in educational technology. But right now, I'm supporting research and insights for a very large tech company here in the Puget Sound region.
So thank you. What's the biggest problem you're trying to solve for our client right now?
Yeah, so prior to my coming on board, the client had done lots of surveys to customers and partners and collected lots of sort of unstructured data and sentiment data. And that data had been collected and was being analyzed using AI for things like sentiment. But unfortunately, that data was kind of siloed away from business outcomes. So while stakeholders were like, okay, this is interesting, they weren't really sure what to do with the data because they couldn't connect it to that business outcome. So a lot of what I have been focused on is, first of all, executing additional surveys, but also then helping to build a dashboard to really allow anybody in the organization to analyze trend data, look for specific topics, and then understand how uh, sentiment or the way that people responds then correlates to business outcomes.
So great. Thank you.
Yes.
Thinking back over the last few months, is there any one particular moment in time that stood out for you? Impactful moment, or maybe a moment you realized, oh, wow, this is really helping the client.
Yeah, there were a few of those moments actually. And one of the things I really loved about this was getting to know different stakeholders from around different parts of this organization. But when I really kind of knew that things were working and it was clicking was when just sort of out of the blue, one of the stakeholders was like, "Hey, that research that survey that you did, it's really helping inform how we're thinking about messaging for this new website that we're launching, which is really exciting." And then another one was taking data from one of the surveys and presenting it to their executive leadership to help them prioritize some feature development. Um, and seeing those real world impacts, that's when it really comes home and makes this work just so rewarding for me.
I love that. I love it. Um, any big learning that you're walking away with, or is there any kind of shout out that you want to make?
Yeah, I mean, I just learned so much from this experience, and I think one of the things that that really I spent a lot of time digging into because of kind of the nature of how I was working was, AI is changing the world. You'd have to be living under a rock not to know about AI, but I've really been able to hone my skills there and really understand what AI is fantastic for, at least today, and the things that really humans are much better for, especially in this kind of field of user research. So it's just been an amazing opportunity to really hone those skills for myself.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
great. It definitely interesting times and the tech is moving so quick.
so
Um,
fast.
Final question. Your project's coming to a close. Any tips for other consultants on how to finish projects strong?
Yeah, I mean, I think it starts at the beginning with just setting really clear expectations about like this is, what we are hoping to accomplish and setting out, objectives and staying obviously in touch throughout on those things. But then towards the end, making sure to really tie a nice bow around things, make sure that not just your client, but those around them are sort of feel good about the work that you've done uh, and feel that yes, things have been handed off nicely in a way that so that after you leave, people can just continue on without noticing any sort of interruption or disruption to their own workflows.
Pick up and roll with it. Kind of like how when
Yeah,
you came onto the project as well,
yeah,
picking up the work from some others. Awesome. Anna, thank you for taking the time to do this. Thank you for being you. Love working with you.
yes,
And
likewise.
for it's been awesome. And then for anyone out there that's listening, as Anna mentioned and I mentioned, projects coming to a close. If you're interested in learning more about this project or partnering up with Anna, give her a ping, give me a ping. We'd love to chat with you. Thank you.
Thank you. See you, Neil.